This is not. There's no map for this town. It's a real small town. So as you rounding a bend in the trail, I'm making sure I get this right. So yeah, you just see a small town. There's nothing fancy about it. It's been dilapidated and destroyed for centuries, from not very obviously. If you want to run a stealth check, you can, Dentin. But you can all see it as you're approaching. That the town, with Dentin scouting ahead, is dilapidated. Everything is broken. It was sacked centuries ago, and nobody ever just decided to rebuild. Because it's kind of out of the way of everything. There's not a lot of resources other than lumber. And so it just was kind of forgotten about. However, you do see a trail leading out of Connieberry that goes northwest into the Neverwinter Woods, which is what that giant forest is called. And that seems to be the trail that you were told would lead to the Banshee's hut. Are you going to follow the trail?
It's a Banshee day, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we are in the day, and usually...
It's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Usually undead are pretty much used to the dark, but in the forest, I think it's gonna be dark.
Yeah, that's a pretty thick-looking forest, too. So
yeah, at whatever time we go to the lair of the Banshee, it's gonna be pretty much the same.
Right. And if the lair's indoors, I mean, or in a basement or any kind of large building, they're still dark in there, too. So... yeah, let's go. I mean,
yeah,
might as
Dentin
well.
has a pretty good stealth roll, so you're gonna...
Yeah, he'll get the stealth roll.
He's gonna scout ahead. We're gonna follow at a safe distance.
Alright, so with Dentin scouting about 25, 30 yards ahead of you guys. Dentin, as you travel through the woods, the forest grows dark and still as the trail winds deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably colder than it was in the village. What racial is that? There's a lot of specializations in your guys' class selections that... you have dark vision, so you can see well enough, but that's really about it. You're a city gnome, though, man. You weren't, like, raised in the wilds. Like, every person in this party is a city boy or city girl. Except for, Braelynn, who's kind of like an uneducated ex-slave. So, none of you are really well-versed in forest lore. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from the warped branches of trees standing close together, woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows, with a low doorway leading inside.
I'd say we should knock on the door.
Remember,
sure.
Dentin's several yards ahead of you, but if you guys just keep walking, you'll get there while he's still scouting it, unless he goes inside.
Okay, so he waits for us to catch up.
Okay, so you all approach and you all see just trees bent and woven together into a dome shelter with a low doorway.
Yeah, let's knock on the door.
Amazing sound effect.
I agree. It's very, very intimidated.
Nothing happens.
Okay, so I would walk up to the door and I check to see if it's unlocked.
It is.
Okay, so I open the door and I stick my head in and I say, "Hello, is anybody home?"
No
Nothing.
response.
Okay, guys, you want to go in?
Hmm.
I'll let Denton go ahead.
I mean, if it's an apparition, like Banshee, like the elf girl said, and she's in. We have the book that she wants.
The elf
Or-
girl was given a book by her church, and the church told her it was some ancient tome of powerful magic they needed the Banshee's wish to translate.
Why did I hear you almost go back into that voice?
Oh my god. Or wait, oh my cord.
Alright, so do we want to go in? Or do we want to, is there any way to test to see, like, if there's test for magic or undead?
Not with your party, not really.
Okay.
And Singer's super sick, can't really talk. She's just kind of wandering around behind you guys.
Yeah, something's going on with that one back there. Alright, so you want, yeah, I kind of want him to go in and scout and see.
Alright, you can keep your stealth roll, Denton. As you enter the home, you see it's sparsely furnished. There's a couple chests and shelves, a table. There's an old reclined couch. And go ahead and roll an investigation. Yeah, investigation. Only Denton's in the house right now. So yeah, you notice that the furniture looks a little fancy, if old. You rolled a 4, so you're not getting much else. Are you going to stay in the house? You're going to keep looking around? Other people going to go in?
I'm gonna go in if he, well, I'm waiting for him to come out.
He's been in for like 30 seconds. You can see him walking around. He's just doing it sneaky. Well, actually, you might not be able to. It depends on if you want to roll perception. But generally, you know he's in there.
Right.
And you haven't heard anything.
Alright, well, if this person's not home and there's nothing, I mean, I don't want to go through their
Alright.
thing. So we're looking for this person. We don't want to offend whoever's home this is. So I say
Dentin,
we leave. Was there
hold
anything else outside?
Hold on. Okay, so Dentin is staying in the house for quite a little while. Hold on. Gotta fix this. Okay.
Yeah, like maybe is somebody returning?
So Dentin, after you're in the house for a little while looking around, the air begins to grow cold. And a powerful feeling of dread grips you. Everybody around the house can feel the air turn a little chillier. Dentin, in the house, near you, a cold pale light flickers in the air, rapidly, flashing in and out, taking on the form of an old female elf, hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. Beautiful once, but not any longer, with her face twisted in a hateful snarl. Foolish mortal, what do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out?
Do we hear that?
Yeah, you can all hear that. But she's right in front of Dentin.
Okay.
Do we have a name for her?
Yeah,
Yeah,
know
it's in the
Agatha.
game note.
Yeah, it was Agatha.
Agatha, we mean you no harm.
Are you going in the
Wait.
house? Or are you trying to yell
I'm
at
talking to her
outside?
from. Well, I mean, the house isn't big, so I would assume I can see her and she can see me. Yes.
If you go to the doorway, you could see and yeah.
All right, so I guess I would like to
And
go to the
Dentin?
doorway.
No, the house does not look like it's been used recently. Also, while she's doing
But
this,
there was
Dentin, are you just going to stand there like frozen in shock at the banshee that just materialized in front of you while they approach? I'm assuming you guys were keeping Dentin at like 15 yards ahead of you again since you were having him scout.
Yeah.
Right.
But we hear the Banshee.
Yeah, you can hear her. She's not being silent. She's pissed off.
Okay,
Obviously,
so-
people just broke into her house.
So,
I go ahead.
I take the book out, like, in front of me, and I go into the house.
Okay, so you see, a small house, chest and tables and everything. Go ahead and roll investigation. A reclined couch, just everything. And you also see the elvish banshee. You can see through her. She's very spectral. She also looks very angry. You recognize the furniture all being made of elven, of a very old style.
Excuse me, miss. We don't mean to disturb your rest. We are looking for Agatha. Are you her?
I am.
Good. We were told that you could help us translate this book. I showed a book. And I think you will not do it for free. So what can we do to help you? And in exchange, you will spare our lives and translate this book.
Let me check your notes. Oh, it's not in your notes. You were also, one of you was given a silver comb to use.
Yeah, I think I have the silver comb. So I take the silver comb out of my pocket, and Agatha, I also have a gift for you from the people who would like this book to be translated. They said that you may appreciate this comb.
Alright, so as you approach and you speak politely to her, the hateful, angry snarl fades from her face. And she looks at you both and says, "Very well. I know you seek the answers to many questions. I know many things. Ask one question."
Will you translate the book and tell us the meaning?
Okay. So you're asking about the spell book.
I mean, we only get one question, and that's really the one thing we need answered from her, regardless as to anything else.
That's what you were definitely sent here for, yes.
Yeah.
She may not answer anything else, so...
But not. Now you'll never know.
We will after this question gets answered.
She floats over to you and takes the silver comb out of your hand with one arm and strokes the cover of the book with the other. I traded this tome to a necromancer from Erebor more than a century ago. His name was Cernoth. I do not know what else could have been done with it in the intervening years, but this used to belong to me.
What does it mean? What does the book translate?
If she had touched the book, I would try to read it.
Hold on, I gotta check something. Okay. So, okay, what'd you just ask, Daelynn? Braelynn?
So you are able to translate it for us? What does it say?
I do not translate this novel for you. You asked me where it was from.
God damn it!
No, I asked you if you could translate it for us.
There's so many pages here. Okay, so she casts a spell on the book. You see a soft purple light shine from her hand onto the cover. Any translation errors cast on this by Tsernov are now banished. However, if a different magi is the one who has made this indecipherable, then the owner of this book's search continues. Asked and answered, and she vanishes.
Okay, so I try to read the book.
There's no
Since
change.
she's...
There's no change to the book. You still cannot read it.
Okay, so
However,
instead...
you know where it came from now.
Yeah, I know it's a necromancy book.
Well, it was traded to a necromancer at the very least, yes.
Yeah.
By a banshee. So...
So the goddess of luck is not involved almost at all with this book.
For all we know, it could be a book of necrophilia.
You didn't ask the elf girl any questions really about that book, so you don't know. She just kind of told you what she was told about it, or what.
Okay, so let's keep this book in the back burner.
Dentin, you can roll an intelligence check if you want.
I will do too. Just
Okay, Denton, you're pretty sure you know that high-level, very high-level wizards and their ilk are capable of discerning the translation and meaning of high-level magical items, but you don't know where to even begin to approach people that or what it would cost or anything about that.
Can I look at the book?
Well, all of you can look at it.
damn.
That is the natural 20, isn't it?
You don't need to roll any. Oh, I mean, yeah, it doesn't like translate the book for you. You just
Oh. Well, that's
discern.
lame. I thought you were going to tell me more.
No, like all you can see now is the name Bogental on the front of the book. That's it.
Okay. All right, so are we on
And
to
only
the...
you know that the word Bogental is written on the front of the book.
Oh, well, guys, the name Bogental is on the front of the book. Does that mean anything to anybody?
I'm gonna check it.
Ooh. We need to know something about this book.
Yeah,
Look at these
I'm just trying to figure out how Akrag would know this with his backstory.
I mean, my first teacher was the lore master of the House of Knowledge in Neverwinter
Okay, well,
before I went to the army.
You know, Bogental was a name belonging to a top tier, like, saving the world from evil death gods level wizard.
Oh, so he is actually
Like, he's a good guy, and he is just like if like out of roleplay firms, he was like a level 22 wizard.
Okay. So I tell that this book was owned by, I mean, one of the savior of the world, a wizard of the highest power. So if he chooses to put a spell on it, he's a good guy though. I don't think can translate it by my own, at my actual power.
Right.
Maybe later.
Yep.
If we go to Neverwinter someday, can have the book look at, or if we encounter that necromancer that Agatha told us.
So are you guys not planning to return it to the church?
Not yet.
I mean, they are in Neverwinter, right?
Well, you don't know any. All you know about that book is that this particular sect of the Church of the Goddess of Luck sent that elf girl out to the wilderness and told her to get it, get information on it from Agatha.
Where is the base of that particular sect?
None of you have any idea.
Okay, so we're gonna.
That isn't exactly.
Back.
She's not like a top tier god. She's a very niche goddess whose followers are very sporadically spread out.
Well, we're safe then to keep it for a little bit.
I mean, we're gonna give it back to her after.
But she also wants it translated, and we haven't done that yet. So I think we need to dig further than just Agatha.
I don't know where you guys got stuck on translating this book.
I don't know, but I like it.
She never asked you to translate this book. She just said she needed information on it.
Okay,
You guys just can't read it, so you're stuck on the translating part.
So is this the end of that quest? We're never going to know what it says?
Who knows?
Oh my god, okay, so let's move on for now. Put the book away.
I would put the book
If you saw
away
the
in my
list of
bag.
quests that you guys have skipped already, you would hate yourselves.
I mean, we're gonna go back to Phandelver anyway on the road, so let's do
Just
other
remember-
stuff and come back later.
So to pick you up on back where you were told about Agatha. You were told people have been going missing near Old Owl Well. The mayor wanted you to go to Wyvern Tor to clear out the orc camp that's been causing him problems. You know you need to go to Cragmaw Castle at some point. Wherever that is, you don't know exactly how to get there. And you know that somewhere in Thunder Tree is a loot under an old broken house. Thunder Tree is a destroyed village.
Okay, so we're supposed to go to the old well, and then the blue box is where that orc camp is, right? So that's where we're headed.
Since we are near here,
Yeah, you're like
Let's
right here
go.
right now.
here,
Yeah.
it's closer than going back to Phandelver, and after that going back to there.
You
Or
could-
that going back to
You could
Phandelver.
get to Old Owl Well today. You could get to Wyvern Tor tomorrow, or at night if you attack them at night.
Alright, so let's
Okay,
go to
so-
the old owl well.
Okay, for the plan, guys, let's go to the well first, then to the orc camps, and finally back to Phandelver to tell people of our success or failure.
Success?
Then-
What the fuck?
Successes.
Alright.
And after that, go looking for Castle.
Alright, so everybody
Yep.
wants to go to the well. Alright,
Yep.
so as you guys start traveling southeast at first to get to Connieberry, and traveling through it south to the well, because this map right here that you have is your guys' map. You have a physical copy of this in your characters. Wait, what is it? 20. Oh, shit. So it's daytime. So as you guys are traveling south, again. So as you guys are traveling south through Connieberry, actually, your party runs into another group of hobgoblins.
Oh, here we go.
This time, they're all sitting around a fire, very much waking up for the day, because it's still pretty early in the day. It's probably like 9 o'clock in the morning. Hobgoblins, not exactly known for their,
Punctuality.
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 So,
Nocturnal. They are nocturnal.
are they? Never heard of
I
that.
think so.
I know goblins aren't. How would hobgoblins be? I'm gonna roll with them not being nocturnal. So...
Can I put... So we see them, right? But they don't see us?
Oh no, they see you, and you're not getting a surprise round, but you're also not being snuck up on.
Damn,
Okay.
a freaking huge hobgoblin.
Alright, so can I do a preemptive spell or no?
You can do a yeah, you can go ahead and do a spell as you guys were approaching. That's fine, as long as it's like a bonus action. I'm gonna let you just go crazy, because that'd be a surprise round.
I think that's an action.
What is?
Yeah, it's
I
one
want to
action.
do my good berry.
One action. Yeah. Well, you could have cast this on your way to the fight, like while you guys were traveling.
Right.
Good berries are that's kind of a not during combat kind of action. I mean, you can use it during combat, but it's more of a prep for a fight type thing. Yeah, you can have done this. How would you want to have passed out the berries?
Can I put them in my pouch and hang on to them?
Yeah, you can keep them all if you want to.
That's what I would like to do, and then I can. Well, I guess I could hand them to people now, and that would stop that.
They give you
because
one
that would
hit
be.
point. They give you 1 hit point, and they replace or they act as food rations.
Right. So obviously, I'll give one to each of them.
Okay.
And then I'll keep the rest on my person.
All of you have 1 good berry, which is a food ration and 1 hit point heal, and Daelynn, you have 6. Okay. But that's going to take one of your spell slots, so make sure you mark that spell as used. Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative real quick.
Oh.
Oh, wait, hold up. I got to reset this. I'll add your initiatives in there manually. It's fine.
Oh, 20. Natural 20, Mud.
If only that wasn't on initiative, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Dentin, Akrag, and Shaturim, go ahead and re-roll initiative real quick so I can get this set up right. And I'll just modify it to what your original roll was.
Or they can keep the rolls they just had. I mean, just saying.
No, you're getting your original roll.
About to smash their face in.
Alright, Dentin, you got a 12. Akrag.
Oh my god, there's 4 of them.
Good god, you guys. Really? 21, 21, 21, 21, 21? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's what I'm saying. Ready.
Yours only went down by 1 point.
Yeah.
Alright, descending. So Shaturim, you got first combat, and you're just walking up and you're seeing 4 hobgoblins sitting around a fire. They see you, and they jump up and grab their weapons, and you got the first initiative.
Okay.
Is Singer in combat with us, or?
Yes, she is.
Okay. But
I'm going to be rolling her. I'm just going to do
I
basic
roll initiative, please.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, just in case you got more than me.
Alright, go ahead and go, initiative. In fact, your sheets look so much different than the mob sheets. There it is. That would be a no. She's sick. She's real slow.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to throw my javelin at this one.
Okay, go ahead and make a ranged attack roll with your javelin.
I
We're
think
on fire.
You're rolling like hell today, dude. Alright, so you hit him. Go ahead and roll damage. Ping which one you were hitting again, by the way.
Sorry?
Ping which one you were hitting again. I think it was this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you guys are approaching, Shaturim, seeing all the goblins there, just pulls out a javelin real quick, slings it, and it crashes directly through the hobgoblin, almost pinning it to the ground, but not quite. There's gore and viscera all over the ground behind it, and there's a huge hole in its chainmail. It's not dead, but it kind of wishes it was. Alright, Braelynn, go.
Alright, so I'm going to pull out my short bow.
All right.
And I'm going to aim for the same one that he was shooting at.
Make a ranged attack with your short bow. And also, Shaturim, are you going to move anywhere? I forgot to ask.
Yes, I'm gonna go
Just go there.
here.
Yeah, you have
And
plenty
I'll
of
just
movement. You can get pretty much anywhere.
And I'm going to enrage as well.
Okay.
That way it activates my aura.
I'll go ahead and add
I'm
one.
far enough away.
Oh, wait, no, it's a ranged attack. You don't get rage damage anyway. Okay.
No.
What's the range on that? 10 yards? So that'd be this
Yeah.
guy is in range of it. Okay. Go ahead, Braelynn, make your attack. Oh, you did. So, Braelynn, you pull back your short bow and fling, and it bounces, and the guy who's seriously wounded, but is ready for it this time, brings up his shield and manages to block it. You gonna do anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to move. Let's see. Can I go, like, here?
Yep.
Alright, and then I would like to use my shillelagh, activate that.
Okay. So that is now active for the next minute. It is now this hobgoblin's turn. He is going to charge Shaturim since he's closest. Right here. And he's going to make a longsword attack.
Alright, since he's in rage, he takes 2 damage.
Oh, yeah, at the beginning of his turn, you're right. A 10 on that swing that doesn't hit you. So he brings a longsword up and he swings it, and it hits you right on the side, but it just doesn't seem to pierce through your enraged dragonborn flesh. He growls a little bit as he pulls it back and noticing there's no blood on the blade. Okay, so this one's going to charge you as well. He's going to make another longsword attack. An 11. He also doesn't hit you. Yeah. So he goes, ah, and he brings his down. Hits in this exact same spot. Slightly more force. Not enough to get through your ribs, man. You were tough as nails. And they've both taken damage by being in range of you.
That's what happens when you try to hit me.
Now, the wounded hobgoblin is going to charge Braelynn, since she's the one who, since she tried to hit him, but didn't manage to, and he's going to put her between him and the other ones. What's his intelligence at? Yeah, he's smart enough to do that. Okay, need to make sure that makes sense first. So, Braelynn, oh my god.
Since he goes over there that way, does Braelynn have an initiative?
Because what he did is he started here, and he went in melee range of her, and stayed in melee range of her.
Okay.
So Braelynn, he brings his sword up over his head, he swings it down at you, you bring up your staff, and you don't only block it, you actually manage to shove it back at him, and it hits him in his own head.
It's the 4th time that someone hit themselves.
And you manage to hit him in the head with it, and force it into his skull, and you actually manage to kill him with his own sword.
Nice.
A natural 1.
Ouch.
Akrag, it's your turn. We have one dead one by Braelynn, and the other 3 are untouched.
I'm gonna move over there and cast. I don't want it. Alright, I'm casting magic missiles on this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and put your damage out. Alright. Oh, does it hit 3 times?
Yeah.
Holy shit. 5, 8.
Oh.
Wow, you did so much damage with that. 13 damage. So, Akrag, seeing Braelynn kind of kill one and kind of not, runs over, puts his hands together, and goes, "Magic missile!" For some reason, you have a flashback of a really buff blonde dude. And the missiles hit the hobgoblin in the chest and blow a big hole in his chest. The second missile hits him in the arm and blows his arm off. Third missile hits him in the face. His head is no longer there at the end of it. He actually managed to one-shot a hobgoblin. Oops. There's not a second hobgoblin. Okay, so Dentin, it's your turn, and you immediately take 2 damage because you're in range of Shaturim's aura.
Oops, I thought I moved far enough away. My bad.
Nope. It's 10 yards, man.
Yeah.
It's actually 2 cubes, so I'm just outside of it.
Yeah,
just
you're
feeling hot.
just outside of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, you should do a thing for your aura, like something that goes over him, like...
I should, yeah.
Yeah, we know it's...
I guess I can, actually. So.
Woo!
Is that the right one? Yeah. Oh, wait. No, that's not right. That is the danger zone. Actually, one more square down. So the aura on that is pretty big. That's all the danger zone.
For what?
For Shaturim's aura.
My
In
fire.
that area, you take 2 damage at the beginning of every turn. Every one of your
I got
turns.
Okay.
So, you're gonna run in, and hit that hobgoblin, and then you're going to jump out, Dentin? Is that what you're doing? Okay. So Dentin runs in. How much damage is that? 11? You see the hobgoblin that's very distracted by swinging and not managing to cut Shaturim, and you gouge its kidney out with your sword. And your sword accidentally gets just a little higher than you intended, and you actually end up piercing its heart, and you also one-shot a hobgoblin.
Nice. Indeed.
So, it's now the dead hobgoblin's turn, so that's then it's Singer's turn, and she's just going to do that attack she does. Fuck, what's it called?
Vicious
That one,
mockery.
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, vicious mockery.
I'm just going to do a quick Vicious Mockery. It is a D12's DC. Alright. So she screams at the hobgoblin, "Your mom is so fat!" And it looks at him and it just starts to cry a little bit as it takes some damage. Okay. Shaturim, your turn. There's one hobgoblin left after one round of combat.
Okay, well,
Remember, you ran away from these things last week.
Yeah.
Not today.
Now I'm angry.
Damn, rolling it.
Woo!
Alright, go ahead and roll damage. So
Yeah.
Shaturim, seeing all the blood his allies have let loose, just brings his great axe around, ignores the enchanted sword on his back, brings the great axe down, and cleaves the goblin's head in half. And his sword axe just kind of stops midway through his chest, and he just plops it right out. Okay. What's this? Calculator. Everybody add 80 XP. And yeah.
Add 80.
Yep.
So that puts us at what, 1040?
Yeah. You have a long way to go to level 3. Or 4, don't get excited.
I'm not. I'm still excited to use some of these spells.
I know, right? You haven't even touched them.
Anyway,
I know. I haven't even
we
done
can-
anything
we
yet.
can.
The fight's
Yeah.
over.
All right. So back out. Oh wait, loot them.
Yeah, you
Loot
can,
them.
Loot
You
them.
can loot them with a hobgoblin's got.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Hobgoblins. As you're looting the hobgoblins, you notice one of them. Between all of them, you only find 1 gold and 2 silver. But on one of them, you do notice a note, a sheet of parchment, with a very crudely drawn depiction. Let's see, there's 5 of you. 5. You see a very crudely drawn depiction of Dentin on it, and it has a word underneath it. It says 25 gold pieces for his head, with a black spider symbol drawn next to it.
Huh.
Hey, Dentin, you got a bounty.
Okay.
And it's
So-
only 25 gold piece after all we killed.
So wait a minute. Where do we go to turn in for the bounty? Not asking because I want to take his head in for the money. Asking because that might be where the spider is.
I assume you would have to roll a wisdom check.
All right. So wisdom.
So after thinking
Can
about
I
it for a minute, you think to yourself, "Oh, the hobgoblins must know where to go."
Yep.
But they're all dead now, so
Not
Yeah.
all of them. There's more.
all these ones.
We just
are
need
dead.
to find some. Yeah, those ones are. But okay. So that needs to go on our list of things to do.
I mean, guys, we already done some pretty shady stuff in the campaign out of character. And Mono already threatened us to change our alignment. So,
It's not a threat. Alignment doesn't do anything to anybody in this party, but none of you are lawful good.
No, I'm not trying to turn him in. Like I said, I'm trying to find that black spider. And if the bounty is offered, there has to be somewhere you can go to claim your reward. And I'm not even if he wasn't with us, I would still want to know where that is.
okay, so if we go against Hobgoblin again in the future, let's do the enslaved tactic again.
I like it.
All right.
I like it.
After
All
clearing
right,
up the
so
fire, with Dentin talking about his damn gambling debts getting him back into trouble again. You guys keep going south. Okay.
Does this count as a small rest or a long rest?
No rest.
You could use a hit die if you wanted. This is a short rest.
No, yeah, I
'cause
just
you're going to be on
want
the road
to-
for like 2 hours. You're not getting a long rest though, unless you're just stopping for the night at. Like,
I just
noon.
want to use my arcane recovery to get my slot back.
Oh yeah, you'll be on the road for another hour or two. You can do that. Okay. So, as you crest a low ridge, you spy the crumbling ruins of an old watchtower standing amid the rugged hills. The place is so old that the walls are only mounds of rubble enclosing a courtyard adjacent to the broken stump of an old tower. There's a colorful tent right in the middle of the courtyard, but you don't see anybody near it. So, you are entering. This is just going to run in your head as an imagination. You're entering an area that's just a courtyard, an old, broken down, rubbly watchtower, and another old, broken down, rubbly watchtower, with a bright, colorful tent right in the middle of it. What are you going to do?
Okay, so I would like to split up our groups and investigate the two towers. And if there's a good point where we can safely view that tent and wait to see what comes to it, maybe?
Yeah, I sense an ambush ahead. And they wouldn't put a colorful tent in the middle of basically nowhere
Okay.
for fun. And we were told that people that were disappearing were around here. So it's strange that we don't see anyone.
Okay, so, what are you doing?
You want to separate the group, Daelynn? Braelynn?
Is everybody
Well,
agreeing with
the
splitting
reason I say that, like I said, is because I think we should split up and each of us go into a tower and see if we can wait for a minute and see if we can see anything going around that tent.
But the towers are just rubble, though.
But is there a vantage point from those towers?
Let's look around. I look around to see if there
Yeah,
is
we
a
can look
vantage
look
point.
around.
So, are you approaching, or are you just standing up at the hill?
I'm staying up on the hill stealthily
Okay.
so that
As
people
you-
don't see us.
As you look at the towers, go ahead and roll perception.
Everyone?
Anybody standing on that hill looking and like studying that tower from a far distance. And remember, this is a high DC. You're not close to this building.
Ooh,
Okay.
natural 20.
Rolling in the dough.
There's the shit roll.
Dentin's telling you guys he thinks he should go in and scout. Akrag, you don't see anything, but a very slight odor reaches you. It
Why is Dentin talking about
you
himself?
smell what you in your old job knows is the smell of death. You know what dead bodies smell like, and that's what you're smelling is dead bodies. But they smell like they're pretty far away, probably at the tower. And Denton's also telling you guys he thinks he should go in and scout.
Yeah, people are dead in there, guys. I think we should use caution. Dentin, you want to go ahead and scout? Now let's go together. We're stronger together, I think, guys, than just going with Dentin. Last time it didn't.
It did get us in trouble. But that was with the... Well, it could be magical again. We don't know. Yeah, I agree. Can we all stealth?
Everybody can roll a stealth check.
This might not go well for me. I'm not very stealthy. Yeah, I am.
Oh, jeez.
2 natural 20s.
Okay, so as you guys approach, are you splitting the party? Or you guys staying together?
No, we'll stay together.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll a stealth for Singer.
I am going to draw the longsword just to have it prepared in case.
Okay. So that means you're putting your great axe on your back?
Yeah.
Because you can't wield two-handed weapons. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. So that was Singer. She rolled an 11.
I'll take out my quarterstaff.
As you guys are approaching, the towers and the tent, being stealthy, Shaturim and Singer are kind of whispering to each other. Singer coughs a little bit, and Akrag turns around and goes, "Shh! We're being snaky!" As you guys approach, and Braelynn and Dentin are just kind of looking at each other and rolling their eyes as they're being like ghosts in the night, you see a large group of people exit the tower and just kind of look at you. Everybody roll perception.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Singer, perception. This isn't a high DC. So, as you guys are looking at the people, Singer begins to notice something is wrong. And she opens her mouth to say what? And Akrag stumbles and bumps into her, and she kind of falls over. So she can't quite get the words out. But Braelynn, you notice that all the people are definitely dead. Those are all zombies. And there's about a dozen of them. They're not attacking you. They're just standing there looking in your direction.
Y'all want to see dead body?
Braelynn, you and Dentin are still stealthed. At least as far as you know. Oops. But, yeah. Those are definitely dead bodies, and you're the only one who knows. Singer knows, but Singer also just tried to speak and just got knocked on her ass by Akrag's natural one.
Oh, man.
So, what are you guys doing? Remember, only Braelynn knows about the zombies.
Well, zombies are bad. I want to blow them up.
If you start speaking, you're going to lose stealth. I also need to make something real quick. So what are you doing?
But they see us?
As far as you can tell, they don't see you.
But they see the group. What are they doing?
They're just standing there. They're not doing anything. They're not attacking. They're not moving. Nothing.
Ooh.
That's not fun. I mean, I could cast my moonbeam if they're all right there and probably blow them away pretty quickly. But I don't know if we should attack them if they're not attacking us. They may not be hostile.
What would your character do? Is your character the person that would naturally assume all undead are evil and immediately go violent?
I mean, we had a pretty nice encounter with the Banshee. Out of character.
No, my character wouldn't be that way. I mean, she doesn't trust anything that's not an animal, but she does. She's not violent.
Okay then. What would your character do if she sees a large group of zombies that aren't being aggressive and are just kind of looking at you?
She would probably say something.
Feel free.
Uh-huh. Okay, this is going to end one way or the other, so I guess I'm going to unstealth and say, are you friend or foe?
The zombies just... And whenever she says that, everybody else kind of gets the hint, and you all take a closer look, and you also realize, oh god, there's an entire dozen zombies standing, like, 20, 30 feet away from us. But you also all realize that they're not being aggressive, as far as you can see. They're just kind of standing there.
Zombies are the result of the necromancy, right? So it's
Not
a type
always.
of magic.
Zombies are the result of a wizard that specializes in necromancy can make zombies. Zombies can also be the result of just negative energy in an area over a long period of time. Zombies can be the result of the magical aura of items that have just been left in an area over time, of poorly treated dead bodies. There's dozens of ways to make zombies in this society.
Okay, so I do an Arcana check so that my character deduce what they are.
Okay?
Damn.
So if you're looking at the zombies, and you start thinking to yourself, you know what? I think they're still alive. So Akrag, you have convinced yourself that these zombies are actually just living people. Natural one, man.
Natural one.
Good luck role playing this. As you guys are, what are you gonna do, Akrag?
So are they gonna answer me, friend or foe?
No, they don't say anything. They don't move. They don't even make noise. They don't grunt. They don't groan. They just stand there.
Okay, so then I kind of walk towards them.
What are you doing, Akrag, now that you're convinced they're people?
Are you guys the people that have disappeared from the towns?
Are you yelling this at them from your position 20, 30 feet away? I'm just curious. You can. I don't care. I'm just curious.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that if I do that, we're gonna be attacked by 12 zombies, and it's gonna be my fault.
Okay, so while Akrag is yelling this and Braelynn begins to approach, you hear somebody yell, "Hey, the hell? What's going on out there? What is the meaning of this?" And from behind the zombies, a human emerges, a bald man with a red robe, sallow skin. It's just kind of discolored, and he has a black tattoo on his forehead. Let's see. Akrag, Dentin, and Shaturim, go ahead and make an Arcana check or an Intelligence check in Shaturim and Dentin's cases. Akrag, you can make Arcana. Braelynn, you would have no context for this.
Psh.
Wow.
You're just a funny man with a... Wow.
Dentin's turn. I want to see if you all three get it. Okay, wow, you do. You all three recognize the symbol on his head as a tattoo of a necromantic tattoo. And it's not like a cult symbol or anything. It's just a tattoo that is kind of like a ritual that's required for joining the school of necromancy in a wizard specialization. And you recognize it because it's generally taught in cities that, like, most people that have this symbol are generally bad guys. Now, technically, necromancy isn't illegal, but it's very rarely used for good purposes. So they make sure everybody growing up in a city is aware of this. And you guys see this guy come out. And he's like, "What are y'all doing here? What's going on?"
We're just searching for orcs. Have you seen orcs around here?
He's like, "Yeah, they're right over there up the damn hill. They came down here and scouted my camp. See my tent? This is my tent. They came down here and scouted my tent. We had to scare the scouts off, but I know orcs. They're going to be back. They're going to cause me trouble."
How many orcs are there, do you know?
I only saw 2, but there's never only 2.
And these undead, are these your friends?
I go near Braelynn. Braelynn, I talk to her so that the necromancer doesn't hear. This guy's a necromancer. In Neverwinter, they are usually up to no good most of the time.
Yeah, but
So,
this one doesn't seem to be too up to no good. I mean, what is he doing out here? He's just...
I mean, the last time we encounter undead, because I don't know if these guys are undead or not, but last time we encountered undead in the region, a Noctic tried to kill us. Remember? In the manor, and we were told by the old elf on the hill in Phandelver that the leader of the Red Brand had fled here.
Also, remember,
So,
Daron, the elf that Akrag and Braelynn talked to in Phandelver, told you about the people that have gone missing that were headed out towards Old Owl Well, and he just wanted to know what was going on. Like, he didn't ask you to kill anybody or anything. He just asked you to figure out what's going on and tell him.
Right. Okay, so I look back to the necromancer and I ask him what he's doing out here.
I mean, I would try something, guys.
And Denton's asking, if he's such a good guy, why does he need an army of zombies? I feel like that's a valid question.
Very valid.
That is a very good question. I don't think this book has an answer for it. I'll have to wing that.
I mean, we have a letter addressed to Lord Albrecht. So, Shaturim usually is good at persuasion, so maybe
Singer
maybe
like
calling
looks at you and goes,
and Singer
I
too.
can do it.
Singer
Maybe
could do
not,
it,
maybe
but
not.
she's not there. I don't want to. Anyway,
She's coughing. The human man, while you're whispering, goes,
Bell. Oh, my Lord.
excuse me. My name is Harmon Cost. Who are you, and why are you in my camp?
We're just passing through, looking for the orcs.
Oh, well, they're right over there. You can just be on your way now. Anyways, and he pauses and he's like, wait a minute. You know, there's a banshee that I need to ask a question, but, you know, I don't want to die. You want to do me a favor and ask the banshee a question for me?
What question?
What's the name of the wizard that built this tower? Her daughter's pissed.
I know she's probably either wants to eat or wants to go outside. One of the two.
To clarify, you guys know from what Agatha said, you only got one question and you already asked it. He doesn't know that. You're not surrounded by his zombies, and they're about 15, 20 feet away from you, and he's behind them.
I mean, I can pretty much kill all of them in a single flame shot if need be. So I'm not.
Yeah, and I have a new spell to try out too, so I'm not too worried about it.
And we can do the flame knife combo with.
But yeah, if you guys if you're just after the orcs and you don't want to do me a solid, they're right over there up that hill, and just a little ways down the road, causing problems for me.
I mean, you are a necromancer, right?
Why don't you just go talk to Agatha?
Maybe because she's a banshee, and banshees are scary.
Yeah, but you usually deal with reviving and puppeting undead people.
I
Take
deal
her a
with
present.
the dead that stay dead. I don't deal with banshees. Banshees are a
Help me out
whole
with
other
this
level
bitch.
problem.
I mean, do you know another?
I'll be right
Oh, no,
back.
I look at Singer. Singer, it's your time to shine.
This is probably a
Shine
really
in
bad
sickness. Shine in sickness.
idea. Singer's
and
got like a
health.
super bad sore throat. Just trying to avoid the spotlight for now.
Okay, so then, Mud,
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Albrecht, let's go. Ask him if he knows Lord Albrecht, the other necromancer that we encountered or not encountered.
Well, hey there, friend.
Hello, Dragonborn.
I have a couple questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure, not like I was busy or anything.
Well, obviously not. You've got your friends here to do everything for you.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Have you heard anything about any townspeople going missing in this area? Or have you noticed anything?
Nope.
And have you ever heard of another necromancer in the area by the name of Lord Albrecht?
He pauses and thinks, and he's like, no, I can't say I have. We're not exactly a family community. We mostly just do our own thing until one of us decides to try to take over the world, and then we all have to step in to stop them, or else we'll all end up being purged from society.
So what made a gentleman like you decide to come out here and live nowhere?
I heard a powerful wizard built these towers out here. I wanted to see what I could learn from him. Haven't found much of anything yet.
That's fair. How long have you been out here for, friend?
Few months.
Huh.
Yep. So, about them orcs. You gonna, take
Are you
care of that?
nervous?
Well, 5 heavily armed people just walked into my camp and are now standing there staring at me. I am, in fact, a little bit nervous, yes. You notice I'm behind the wall of dead people.
Oh, so he said dead people. So
Yes.
Can I?
You've realized during the conversation that you're talking to a necromancer, you're like, oh yeah, these are definitely dead people. Like, you're not stuck still thinking these are living people anymore. That kind of went away whenever you realized, oh, this dude's a necromancer. He's probably not got a lot of friends.
So, if you want to have these orgons, why don't you send all these zombies do the work for you? I mean, you're a
Have you ever
necromancer.
seen zombies in a fight? They're not very
They
good.
just need-
They're very, very okay. And this is only 12 zombies. There could be 50 orcs. I don't want to start that fight if I can avoid it. I'm not really much of a fighter. I'm more of a researcher, as you can tell by the fact that I'm out here researching.
Are we able to tell if the zombies are like fresh bodies or old?
You can roll a inspection.
Investigation?
Yeah, that one, thank you.
Nope.
Okay, so as you look at them, you notice they're dead bodies.
Interesting.
I mean, zombies are used.
Go ahead and
I
go ahead and roll a wisdom, Shaturim, too.
Okay.
I do an Arcana check to remember.
You can roll that Arcana too. It's the equivalent of what he's looking for with the wisdom save. So Shaturim is just like, yeah, definitely dead people. Akrag, you know that bodies resurrected by a necromancer don't really decay. They just kind of stay at the same state. So a skeleton resurrected would stay as a skeleton. A zombie resurrected would stop decay until the resurrection spell was released. Dentin, you also know what I just told him, or well, you can intuit it at the very least.
I mean,
And the bodies don't look old, but that doesn't necessarily mean much. They're all wearing, rough and tumble gear, like not weapons and armor and stuff, but they got normal clothes on. They have like claw marks and scratches and stuff, like a throat torn out here or there, but they don't really look like they've decayed at all. So it's really hard to judge if they were killed today or 500 years ago and they've just been kept going.
I mean, I know this guy is a bad guy.
Hey, you can make your own decisions. I'm role-playing the character. You do what your character would do.
I mean,
The jaded
usually
ex-cop.
necromancer don't go around in the middle of nowhere for no reason. I mean, old tower, yeah, but
What's the reward for helping you? For you helping me with the orcs? He looks at the little Dentin. He's like, well, I got a little bit of gold. I got like 20 gold. He starts patting his pockets. Yeah, I got like 20 gold. I guess I could give you 20 gold.
20 gold.
Hey man, I'm not out here making money. I'm standing in a dilapidated, ancient, destroyed tower. I'm not exactly raising an army in this frozen, wintry northern island.
I know it's not gonna end well.
Hey, you do what you want to do, man.
What's the reward? What are we doing?
20.
Clearing the orcs?
He offered
20
you the
gold.
20 gold he had in his pocket. Since
Yeah,
Dentin
but-
asked.
But the mayor give us like
I forget what the mayor's was. I could look that up, but it was like 200, I think.
5.
500
200
maybe.
just for
I
the
think it was
orcs.
But we're
200 for
already,
the orcs.
but we're already doing it.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
Oh, he definitely knows that because you walked
Oh,
up
yeah, we
here
already
and
told him.
asked him, like, "Hey, where are the orcs at?" Like he knows that's where you're looking.
And for the Banshee, for the question, what will we? What will
I
we
say
give us?
it's on you. Take her something to a nice little shiny
Hey, Craig,
trinket.
you need to make a deception roll.
I need to make a deception roll again.
You're lying about having the wish for the question available for the banshee. So yes, you need to make a deception roll.
Well, maybe it's gonna make things advance.
So
Oh no!
as you're lying to him, he looks at you and he's like, "Some bitch, you already asked the banshee a question, didn't you? Damn it." It's like, well,
Yep.
guess I'll have to figure something else out with the banshee thing. But yeah, the orcs are, right up that hill there. You can go handle that for me. I'd be, mighty grateful. Don't
What
really
else you
like
got other
orcs.
than 20 gold?
I don't know. He starts patting his pockets. He's like, I got,
Spells.
so look, I have a tiny jewelry box. And he
Do
shows
you have
like,
spells?
I have,
I'll take it.
I have my own spells that I know in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Akrag, roll insight. Okay, so your Akrag, and only Akrag, is absolutely sure this dude is lying about the shit he has. He definitely has more than he's saying. But he's also not exactly in a hurry to try to give you all of his money.
Okay, so how about you help us and we help you? You send your little zombies first to the camp to do a distraction.
And he looks at you, he interrupts you when you talk, he's like, no.
Why
Me and my
not?
zombies are not fighters, as I said, and I'm not going to join a fight with a bunch of orcs when I could just as easily leave and come back after you guys deal with the problem you're obviously already on your way to deal with, without me ever being involved.
What else comes along with this 20 gold?
This tiny jewelry box.
Okay. What about 50 gold?
I don't have 50 gold. Braelynn, roll insight. Dentin said it's not really worth it to him. Braelynn, you are now also pretty damn sure he's lying about how much money he has.
You have more than 20 gold.
He looks at you and he's like, maybe, but that's all I'm willing to give you since you're already doing the damn job to begin with. Hey, you can try to walk through a field of zombies to the necromancer if you want.
Okay, guys, that's
How about after we deal with
Remember, you guys
the
are yelling.
orcs?
You guys are yelling this conversation at each other from like 50 feet away.
How about after we deal with the orcs? Instead, we'll just come down and deal with your undead.
What do you mean you'll come down and deal with my undead?
Give me more gold, and you won't have to wait to find out.
Are you threatening me, little woman?
we
Maybe.
are. We are.
Okay.
I say.
Roll initiative. She just started a fight. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on,
I
gotta-
knew.
I've got to move your characters over so you can see this setting. Because I felt like this was coming.
Okay. So let me...
I don't know why you guys are acting like zombies have like a no stat sheet either. These things are not super squishy.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh shit, he rolled really well. So that zombie. That zombie.
Man, our initiative is bad.
Yeah, we had it the first one, but now not
You're
so
also
much.
fighting 5 versus 13. Okay, so I'm gonna say you guys have had a chance to like spread out your characters. You have like this small area you're in down here to move around. How would you guys have liked to have like organized yourselves pre-fight? Holy shit, there's gonna be a lot of zombies moving before you guys even get a turn. Way too far. I'm gonna say like if, hold on, like this row, like this box here is where you guys would have been able to move without like instigating fight. So where do you want to be?
That works.
Okay. What about the rest of you before this goes? I'm gonna put Singer back here. One back, Daelynn. There you go. Dentin, what about you?
Put yourself here, Dylan.
Okay. Never forget, you're always free to try to run from a fight. Because I know what you're up against. Alright.
Are we going to be done with this by...
We might have to continue the fight next week. I don't know. But we'll be done with the fight before Game of Thrones starts. I just don't know if it'll be 10:30. Game of Thrones doesn't start till 11. So. Okay, yeah.
We have like 20 minutes, roughly. Maybe like 25 minutes max.
Where's this guy's? Hold on, I gotta make sure I've got this dude's abilities straight. Okay. Oh, fuck, I forgot these. Okay. 1 second, edit. Right. Oh, fucking sideways. Oh, fucking shit. There it is. This might take me just a second. I forgot to put this dude's spells on his character sheet, because he is a fucking wizard. And he has a lot of spells at level 3. Magic missile. Man, this dude is a control motherfucker. And last one. Okay. Sorry about that. Fuck are this dude's spells at? What the fuck?
Mud is now upside down.
Yeah, that way all these zombies can kiss my ass.
Oh. Spellcasting. NPC. That's what I forgot to do. What's that do wizards use for spells? Intellect?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. And he's got a +3. Not 30. Holy shit, that would suck. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. So spells are all in there. Okay. So, Dentin, you rolled a 14.
Denton can't roll. He can't select his token. Is that what he's saying?
Oh, there. Okay, Dentin. Select. Okay, now you should be able to, Dentin. What the hell is that?
What, that red square?
Yeah. Oh, did you put that on there? Yeah, that's a good... Just keep
Yeah.
it there for whenever you activate your thing. How did you get that below your character, though?
What's that?
How'd you get that below your character? Huh, that's
Simple. I right-clicked. I clicked on my character, and there's a settings button, and I can select various auras.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so, Dentin, your original initiative was 12. So, 12. And descending. Okay, so, Necromancer's going first. So, with the speed, 30. How far is that? 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, Shaturim's in range. You're going to have partial cover on any attack spells. So, the wizard is going to move right here and be just in range of Shaturim, I believe. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. And, yeah. So, nobody has cast any abilities yet, and he knows this. How does this one work exactly? Okay, so Shaturim, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. So,
No.
the Necromancer, looking at you guys and seeing that you guys are starting a fight, raises one arm, chants something in the necromantic wizard language, and casts Charm Person on Shaturim successfully. So Shaturim, you now view the Necromancer and the zombies as allies, and your allies as enemies.
Okay.
This lasts until the spell ends, which is 1 hour, or until one of the zombies or the Necromancer does something harmful to you. However, whenever the charm ends, you will know he did this to you. But for now, you have no idea this just happened to you. You're just charmed. Okay, that's the end of his turn. It is now this zombie's turn. What is the zombie's move speed? I think it's 20. 20. So 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to attack you, Akrag. That is a 14. Does a 14 hit you?
I used the shield, so no.
Okay, so the zombie brings his fists together and boom! Slams it right on your magical shield and it bounces off without doing any damage. That's it. Next zombie. 5, 10, 15, 20. Next zombie. It's going to take forever. 5, 10, 15, 20. Next zombie. 5, 10, 15, 20. And Dentin, is your turn, and you do not know Shaturim is charmed. But to be clear, you hitting him would not break the charm anyway. It would just reiterate that you're his enemy.
I yell, kill the necromancer. And the zombies are no longer a threat.
What?
Yeah, if we kill the necromancer...
Oh, yeah. As far as you know, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're attacking this one. Which HP? So you got 8 damage since you natural critted, plus another 10. So Dentin, you seeing the party about to get swarmed by zombies, you run to the right and you jab your rapier into the zombie for a total of 18 points of damage. Your rapier goes straight through its jaw and out the back of its head, and you pull your rapier out, waiting for it to fall down dead, and it doesn't. That zombie is still alive after taking an 18 damage hit.
What?
I told you, you guys are really underestimating how strong these things are. So Dentin, is that all? You still have movement left, but if you move out of range, you'll take 1 opportunity attack.
You can use
Dentin,
disengage.
Shaturim, I misread this. You don't see the zombies. You see the zombies and the necromancer as allies. You also see your allies as allies. So for you, nobody here should be fighting, and you have no idea why anybody is fighting. Everybody here is friends to you. You're not an enemy of your allies. I knew that sounded way too powerful to me. I was like, something's not right here. This is a level 2 spell. Okay, so that's the end of his turn. Shaturim, it's your turn, and as far as you know, you have no enemies here. You are surrounded by friends, and you don't know why they're being mean to each other.
Okay, so I take and push the zombie back from Akrag.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Which, sorry?
You have to make a strength check.
Okay.
An opposed strength check. The zombie. Okay, so you push the zombie back, and it falls over and manages to bash its own head on the ground. Which way are you pushing it? Okay.
Diagonally away from Akrag.
Okay, so the zombie takes 1 point of damage when it lands on the ground, and it's also prone now. But that means you had to move forward.
Why is everybody fighting?
Okay.
Seriously, why? Friends here?
Yeah. Like, the rest of you could be very confused right now. It's not your turn, you can't really say anything back. But yeah, he's 100% just like, what the fuck is going on? Alright, that's going to be your turn since you have no reason to rage.
Yeah.
Okay, this zombie, 5, 10, and he's going to swing at you, Dentin. That is an 18. Does an 18 hit you? Okay, so this zombie comes around the side as Denton's pulling his sword out of this one, and it brings its hammer-fisted hands together and bashes you on the back for another 5 damage. You just take the 5 damage. And that's it. That's all it does. Next zombie, 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's also going to swing at you for a 12. A 12 probably doesn't hit you, does it? Okay. So, that zombie brings his fist together, and it swings them at you, and they just... and they miss. Alright, Akrag, it's your turn. Shaturim is right in front of you, yelling about, why are you fighting each other? You're all friends. Roll wisdom. This is just the beginning of your turn, a wisdom check. Okay, you saw the necromancer casting spell. You don't know the exact spell he did because you don't know the spell, but you're pretty sure that he's done something to Shaturim's mind, but you don't know how to break it. It's your turn. Do what you would do. It was really unlucky that the only person in your party that can't be charmed when they rage is the only person who didn't get to go before this guy.
Why?
Rage makes you immune to charm effects.
Yeah.
You'd have to move a little bit to magic missiles to Necro if that's what you're going to do.
But I mean, if I kill him, does the zombie drop on the ground?
You have no idea.
Okay, then I'm gonna do some laundry.
All you know about necromancers is how to identify them by their tattoo. And that's it.
Why doesn't Singer have a turn?
Because I forgot to put her in the initiative. I'll put her at the bottom of the initiative, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's all sick and dying anyway. So
She's just laying down back there like,
yeah, I'm not used to playing a player character.
Yeah.
Alright, so -2. There, she's now at the bottom of the initiative order. Alright.
I'm casting Flaming Sphere here.
Okay. Where at, ping again? Okay, what's the radius on that? If it's 10 feet...
A 5-foot diameter sphere,
okay.
a
So
spire.
you're hitting those 3 around it.
The archers within a range and at last turn. Any creature that enters within 5 feet of the sphere must make it a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So...
Make a ball red thing like...
5e... Okay.
So it's around...
Yeah, I'm going to put an icon down real quick for your flaming sphere. 1 second. Here we go. There's your flaming sphere.
And should be the 3 of them there.
Yeah, that's your flaming sphere. Can you see it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm trying to see if they take damage when you spawn it. I don't think so. I think it's just at the end of the
Nope.
turns.
At the end of turns.
Yeah. How long does it last? Up to 1 minute. Oh, and it's concentration. So anytime you take damage, you're going to have to roll a concentration check. Okay.
That's why I'm gonna go far away there.
Okay. Are you going to do anything else? Just run away?
Nope.
Okay. Braelynn, it's your turn.
Okay, so a 5-foot radius is how big?
It's 9 squares. Like 3
You
3
got
by
to
3.
finish your turn there.
Yeah, it's a 3 by
So-
3, and you have to finish your turn in the range. So if you finish your turn like between this square, this square, this square, and this square, you'll take the damage. It's not a super high amount of damage. It won't one-shot you or anything, but
Okay, so are we? I look at my group and I say, so we're killing these zombies instead of going for the necromancer?
I mean, they're pretty much a wall against him, and
you're
he's
free to
far
try
away.
to run through, Braelynn. It's just a lot of shit. You're going to take a lot of opportunity attacks.
Well, how far can I reach him with 120 feet range?
You could reach him, but you can't get 120-foot range and still attack.
Well, no, my moonbeam, my range
Okay,
is 120 feet.
you can hit the necromancer from where you are. He'll have partial cover, but if it doesn't even have a DC, it's fine. That would only give him +2 anyway. You can absolutely attack though, and hit him from where you are with a magic spell. Is that what you're going to try and do?
Well, that means nobody else can go in that area with him
Maybe.
until he moves out of it. If he moves out of it, he doesn't. He takes a hit every
As
time.
far- from what you can see right now, Dentin is completely surrounded, and Shaturim isn't even fighting. So
Okay. Yep. I'll cast my moonbeam
all right.
on like a 5. It has a 5-foot radius.
Oh, a 5
and a
foot
40-foot height. Yeah, around the
That's 1
moonbeam.
square. A 5-foot radius is 1 square. Wait, no, that's
All
a
right,
diameter.
so then directly on him. Let me get my spell here.
What the fuck? I'm trying to remember this right. Okay, no, it's the same size as the sphere, yeah. So the moonbeam's pretty big too. So if you're going to try to put it directly on him, that's where it'll be. Where I just, like, he's lit up now, you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be your moonbeam.
Okay.
Moonbeam. Making sure we read this correctly. So that takes your action, concentration. It lights everything up. Whenever a creature enters the area or starts its turn there, it needs to make a con save, and it takes the damage on a failed save. So he doesn't take damage right now, but at the beginning of his turn he will. Okay, so are you going to do anything else?
Well, it says when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time, if I'm casting it right there, wouldn't that constitute him entering the area for the first time?
Fuck. I'm trying to figure out if that would be a little overpowered. No. I'm literally looking up the rules right now. Okay, so here's the way it works, Braelynn. He can only take the damage from this spell 1 time per round of combat, unless he moves in and out of it for some stupid ass reason. Because of that, if he takes the damage when you spawn it, he won't take the damage again whenever it's his turn, and that doesn't do what the spell effect says. So I'm going to go ahead and make him take the damage on his turn, like he would normally anyway.
Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and use my shapeshift for my bonus action.
Okay, what are you turning into?
Let's do a bear.
Okay, your dire bear, I'm assuming, or grizzly bear is what you said.
I'm going to go for the brown bear.
Brown bear. I knew one of them was the big one. Okay, so you're a brown bear now. Rawr.
Arr.
Okay, that's going to be your turn. Which zombie is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck. I'm having trouble clicking on it because of the fireball. I'll move that away for a second. Oh, there's 2 of them. That's the problem.
And once we get back to the wizard, let him take his turn, and that's probably where we should stop it for the night.
4. This one's going to attack you, Braelynn. That is a 5. That does not hit. He hits you, and it doesn't even get through the bear flesh. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, the last one needs to roll. Roll your damage on your flame sphere. That last one started his turn in there. Or ended. No wait, no, he ended his turn out of it. Never mind. But this one is ending his turn in it. So go ahead and do your damage on your flame sphere. So this one takes 10 damage. Damn, that's a good roll. So. Alright. And last zombie. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's going to swing at you again, Braelynn. 20. Does that hit your bear?
Yes.
Okay, so this one brings his fist down and crushes you in the side of the head, and manages to deal 4 damage to the side of your skull, and you're a little clonked. Crack. That's
Right.
4 damage. Singer's turn. Does Singer give... I'm not going to do inspiration. We'll forget that by next week. So Singer's going to run... down. She's going to run out of the range of most of the shit. And try to yell cutting words at the zombie right by Braelynn. That's a DC 12 wisdom. It does not make it. Go figure. The zombie doesn't have a good wisdom score. Spells. And that is a vicious mockery. It does how much? 4 damage to this zombie from a vicious mockery. These things have a lot of hit points. Alright, so that's the end of the first round of combat. Whew, that does not look good. I'm going to put a marker on you, Shaturim, to remind myself that you're mind controlled. Which of these would be mind controlled? Well, not mind controlled. Love, I'm going to put a big heart on you. Okay.
Because I love everyone.
So yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it here, mid-combat, at the beginning of the next round.